I speak to you now with the weight of truth and the tenderness of love, and I do not come to confuse you or frighten you, but to awaken you, to steady your hands, to clear your sight, and to lead you into a place where your breath slows, your heart remembers its ancient courage, and your spirit recognizes the sound of my voice like the lullaby that was sung over you before you first opened your eyes to light. Hear me and do not try to skip this, for this is not a message to be sampled like a rumor. This is bread for the soul and light for the path, and I am giving it to you because I have seen your nights, I have counted each prayer you whispered into the dark, and I have measured the burdens you lifted without applause. I am the Lord who laid the foundation of the deep and numbered the sands of the sea, and yet I have numbered also the tears on your face, the thoughts that visit you when the world grows quiet, and the fierce hope you keep hidden like a candle against your chest. I have not forgotten you. I have not abandoned you. I am closer than your breath. I am speaking because a new chapter opens even as these words reach you, and while the world argues over what is possible and impossible, I do what I please with perfect wisdom, and I am pleased to bring you into a season where hidden things are revealed, unjust balances are corrected, and long-frozen doors unseal at the sound of my name. There is a matter running beneath the surface of your life like a river under stone, a current established without your consent, an account called by your name where streams have been moving from source to channel, from channel to reservoir, from reservoir to destination, and though you could not see the pipes in the walls of time, I saw them, I traced them, I ordered them, and I am telling you that what was scattered shall gather, what was delayed shall accelerate, and what was misdirected shall be rerouted with precision to the assignment I have for you. Do not argue with my timing as if it were cruel. My timing is a mercy disguised as waiting, and the wait you endured has matured your hands to hold what I am sending. For too long you have suspected that something with your name on it was moving in a place you could not access, and you feared that it would pass you by the way a train roars through the station when you stand on the platform with an empty ticket. But I am the author of arrivals and departures. I am not letting your inheritance roar past you. I have stepped onto the tracks. I have pulled the brake. I am bringing what bears your name to your platform, to your timing, to your hand. A bank account running under your name is not a trick of men for me to chase, it is a sign, a symbol, and a mechanism that bends to my command, and I am not merely talking about currency counted by digits and screens. I am speaking of the treasury of purpose, the resources set aside for your assignment, the favor you need to complete me in the earth the way a song completes a melody, the open doors aligned with the blueprint I stitched in you before your first day began. Money is a servant in my courts, and I am sending servants to serve you, not to rule you. Money is a tool, and I am placing tools in your hand, not chains on your feet. Do not let anxiety treat you like a debtor who lives at the mercy of fear. You belong to me. I do not fund panic. I fund purpose. And I say to you now that funds long held in waiting are transferring into the stream of your calling, and the proof of that transfer will not be the noise of numbers alone but the silence of burdens you no longer carry, the freedom of choices you can finally make, and the calm in your chest when you realize you do not have to ask permission from fear to live the life I wrote for you. I will cause doors you once knocked upon to open inward as if they had been leaning against you, and I will position people to meet you not as gatekeepers but as ushers, not as judges but as guides, for I have touched their hearts in the night and whispered your name like a bell, and when they see you they will feel the recognition of destiny, and they will not know why their hands are generous and their words kind, but you will know, because you will recognize my signatures in their gestures. This is not random favor, it is arranged favor. This is not a sudden windfall for you to spill like water, this is a river with banks, a flow with purpose, a season with stewardship, and I am teaching you even as I bless you. Do not try to skip this. There is instruction in the blessing, and there is protection in the instruction. I am not only transferring what belongs with your name, I am also sealing you from the moth and the thief, from the voice that flatters and the hand that takes, from the false urgency that breaks wisdom and the manipulations that hide behind smiles. I am giving you eyes to see the difference between a door and a disguise, between an invitation and a trap, between a celebration and a sale. You will notice in the days before you that patterns repeat as if the universe were echoing a lesson you once avoided. Do not resent the echo. Lean in and listen. When the same face appears with a new promise, test it. When the same pressure returns wearing a new outfit, name it. You are not naive, you are newly wise, and I am making your wisdom beautiful. Remember this, you do not owe anyone access at the cost of your peace. The future I am building with you does not require you to shrink so others can stand tall. The harvest I am bringing up in your field does not require you to starve while others feast. Your generosity will not deplete you because I am teaching you boundaries, and the fences I build around you are not prison walls, they are garden walls, and I plant within the walls until your life smells like lavender and sunlight, and the scent draws the right hearts at the right time for the right reasons. There are records in heaven that outlast the files on earth, and I have opened a ledger concerning you. In that ledger I have written mercy over your past, favor over your present, and multiplication over your future. The mercy cancels the guilt that tries to cling like smoke to your clothes. The favor opens the door that your skill alone could not open. The multiplication breathes on the seed you thought was too small to matter. Watch what I do with the seed you almost ignored. Watch what happens when you bless instead of rehearse the harm that was done to you. I am not asking you to pretend wounds did not happen, I am washing them, binding them, and transforming scar into story, story into strength, and strength into song. And as you sing, the ground listens, as you forgive, the locks loosen, as you bless, the traffic of grace increases, and the transfer accelerates because gratitude lubricates the channels where fear had once rusted the hinges. I am not sending resources to recruit your pride, I am sending resources to recruit your purpose. You will not need to announce yourself with noise. The work will speak. The work will heal. The work will carry my fragrance into rooms that forgot what kindness felt like. There is a child who will eat because you said yes. There is a widow who will sleep because you obeyed. There is a door that will stand open for a stranger because you remembered what loneliness felt like and refused to let another heart stand trembling outside. That is why I am trusting you with transfer. That is why I am placing your name on the stream and the stream on the assignment. You have been faithful with little in unseen places. Now I make you a steward of more in seen places, not to stage a spectacle, but to stage a sanctuary. You have feared that if you ever finally received, people would accuse you of changing. Let them speak. I am changing you, and the change is sacred. You will not swell with arrogance, you will expand with capacity. Your voice will not grow loud, it will grow clear. Your pace will not grow frantic, it will grow steady. If you will guard your mornings with me, I will guide your evenings with peace, and you will sleep as one who trusts a good father. When anxiety comes like a salesman at the door explaining why you must hurry and sign, you will not open. You will remember my rhythm. You will remember that fear always demands speed while wisdom often invites pause. You will look again, you will ask again, you will weigh again, and you will act with the calm that confuses those who refuse to be still. Keep this in your heart, urgent does not mean anointed. Many things scream. I whisper. Train your ear to prefer the whisper. Concerning relationships, I am untangling knots you blamed yourself for tying, and I am healing sore places you tried to fix by working harder than love required. I do not bless what uses you, I bless what sees you. I do not bless what drains and names it loyalty, I bless what pours and calls it covenant. As resources increase, discernment must deepen. Some will arrive for the table and not for the journey. Feed them with kindness, do not give them the map. Some will arrive with the map and no appetite for the table. Walk with them, do not hand them your heart. A few will arrive who carry both map and bread, and with them you will share more than projects. With them you will share laughter that loosens the soul, prayer that lightens the bones, and silence that needs no explanation. I am sending these few, and you will recognize them because peace will not fight to stay when they are near. I am also dealing with the whispers that tell you every blessing must be paid for with punishment. That is a lie born in the mouths of the bitter and the bones of the fearful. The cross already settled the debt. The blood already paid the cost. I correct those I love, but I do not extort my children to feed their blessings. Let go of the guilt that crouches at the edges of joy waiting to sabotage it. Practice joy like a holy habit. Schedule your gratitude like an appointment you refuse to miss. Celebrate small completions. Speak well of your own progress. You are not bragging, you are agreeing with grace. And when you agree with grace, you step into its current and it carries you further than striving could, straighter than scheming would, safer than hiding can. Regarding the practical, do not despise it as unspiritual. I teach hands and hearts together. You will check statements with wisdom. You will read contracts with patience. You will ask questions without shame. You will plan and apportion and store and sow. You will learn to say, "This is not within my assignment," and with that sentence you will save yourself from 100 distractions disguised as opportunities. I will give you helpers who are skilled, counselors who are honest, and mentors who remember that humility is the fragrance of the truly wise. And when scammers come with bright smiles and dark motives, you will feel me tug your sleeve. You will feel the holy nudge that saved you a dozen times when you were too young to name it. Obey the nudge. If you lose a moment to caution, you gain a future to peace. I am visiting the places where your name has been mishandled. I am correcting entries, closing fraudulent windows, and securing the gates. Some things I will show you so that your confidence grows as you see me fight for you. Some things I will do silently so that you are not burdened by the sight of battles that require only my hand. Either way, trust that I am thorough. Trust that my justice is not a rumor but a river. Trust that I do not leave accounts unsettled or signatures forged. Your name is safe in my mouth. Your future is safe in my hand. Your heart is safe in my light. The timing is now because you are ready now. Ready does not mean perfect, it means surrendered. Ready does not mean you never feel fear, it means fear does not get to steer. Ready does not mean you understand everything, it means you trust the one who sees everything. I am proud of the way you have kept showing up to your own life when hiding would have been easier. I am proud of the way you have put love into rooms where it was not fashionable. I am proud of the way you have not let cynicism win your voice. I am proud of the way you looked at your hands and thought they were too small, and still you lifted them and blessed anyway. I saw those moments. I blessed those seeds. I remember those offerings. I return harvest in kind and harvest in kind multiplied, pressed down, shaken together, running over into assignments that outlive your years and bless people whose names you will never learn. You will feel movement in the next stretch of days like the first cool wind after a long heavy heat. The call will come. The letter will arrive. The approval will post. The conversation will shift. The yes that could not find you will remember your address. And as these things happen, refuse to panic about the next test. I am not blessing you to prepare you for punishment. I am blessing you because I delight in you and because I have work to do with you. Dance small dances in your kitchen. Breathe slow breaths in the morning. Guard your words the way a shepherd guards lambs. Do not speak curses over your own increase by narrating doom. Choose the vocabulary of faith even as you carefully do the work of wisdom. Say, I am trusted. I am guided. I am provided for. I am protected. I am assigned. Say it when you feel it and when you do not. Your mouth is a rudder, set it toward home. As transfers complete and doors open, remember the poorest part of you is not your bank balance, it is the place that forgets to be loved. Let me love that place. Let me sit with you there. I do not rush you through grief or shove you past memory. I heal as a craftsman, I restore as an artist, I mend as a mother, I strengthen as a king. When you need to cry, cry with me. When you need to laugh, laugh with me. When you need to decide, decide with me. When you need to rest, rest with me. If you will keep me in the center, the blessing will not bend you out of shape. If you will keep gratitude in your mouth, the blessing will not spoil on your shelf. If you will keep boundaries around your heart, the blessing will not be bled by thieves who learned your kindness but never learned my ways. I call you faithful. I call you wise. I call you steady. I call you home. And I declare that an account under your name is aligning with the account under your purpose, that channels are clearing, that agreements are being cleansed, that misplacements are being corrected, that what was meant for harm is being harvested for good, that what was hidden in confusion is rising into clarity, and that the very pathway you feared would swallow you is becoming the highway that carries you. Do not try to skip this. Receive it. Walk it. Live it. Let your life be the testimony that money is small and mercy is large, that supply is constant where trust is anchored, that abundance is gentle in the hands of those who know who they are. I am with you. I am for you. I will not fail you. Keep your eyes on me, keep your steps with me, keep your heart soft with me, and watch, watch with quiet joy, as what bears your name comes home and, in coming home, makes a home for many. I speak to you in the quiet between your breaths, in that narrow place where your heart keeps time with my will, where fear has no permission to sit and shame is not allowed to speak. Hear me now because this is for you, and I am deliberate with every word I place in your path. I have watched you strain your eyes toward the future, counting what you do not yet hold and measuring yourself against storms that never belonged to you. I have seen you pour out and then apologize for being empty, as if the vessel is guilty for the thirst of the world. I am not a rumor. I am not a guess. I am here, and my voice is not late, and my hand has not grown weak. What I have set in motion for you cannot be bribed to stop or intimidated into a detour. Do not try to skip this, because the moment your spirit has been waiting for is unfolding now with the certainty of sunrise. You have wondered what is moving beneath the surface of your days, what these patterns and nudges and uncanny timings are. You have looked at closed doors and felt the echo of a hallway you couldn't see, as though your life were a vault with panels that yield only to the correct sequence of touch. Listen. A bank account is running under your name in the ledger of heaven and in the working of the earth, and the flow that has been earmarked for you is no accident, no mistake, no misdirected letter that will be returned to sender. I am the sender and the seal, and I am also the opening hand that breaks the seal. Streams have been converging silently, in the way rivers learn to find each other through rock and distance, and what felt like delay was me making the channel wide enough that your blessing would not burst the banks and drown your peace. All its funds are transferring into your life, strength that does not flicker, favor that does not expire, provision that does not demand your dignity as payment, and opportunities that recognize your name because I wrote it into them. Your name is not a rumor in this season, it is an authorization. You have lived long enough in rooms where you were tolerated for your usefulness and ignored for your essence. You have carried quiet value like a light under fabric, and you have made yourself small for people who wouldn't have seen you properly even if you were standing on the mountaintop at noon. This is not a season of shrinking to fit anyone's forgetfulness. I am appointing you, not to impress those who misread you, but to be at ease in the measure I gave you. I am filling your account with courage to stand, wisdom to choose, and clarity to refuse. I am moving what was held from you into your reach, and what was siphoned by manipulation back into your custody. Every false meter that measured you shallow has been dismantled. Every false signature that tried to claim what I reserved for you is invalidated by my breath. Your yes will be expensive, and I will pay it. Your no will be necessary, and I will protect it. You asked me if you were safe to hope again, and I did not answer with a fragile maybe. I am giving you hope that does not tremble when the wind shifts. I am depositing insight into your midnight and focus into your sunrise. When you open your hands, you will not be left begging the ground to grow what I did not plant. I am the one who plants the unseen and calls it certain before it sprout. I am the one who multiplies without noise. The funds transferring into your life are not only coins and contracts, though I will attend to those with a king's precision. They are also reconciliations that do not require you to betray yourself, friendships that do not come to you with price tags disguised as praise, and rooms where your presence is not an apology but an assignment. Your steps will locate you where your name has already been welcomed. There were watchers near you who studied your hunger and tried to bait it with counterfeits, who promised you swift fountains with water that tasted like debt. But you did not sell your birthright to the impatient. You did not give a holy portion to a casual appetite. Even when you wavered, you asked me to set your feet, and I did not ignore you. I do not ignore covenant tears. I have been tightening the seam around you, not to suffocate you, but to separate you from hands that collected your hours but never invested in your destiny. I am draining what drains you, and I am wiring your boundaries to my wisdom. No agreement will stand in this season unless my peace signs it. You will notice a change in the ways doors answer you. Not every door that opens belongs to you, not every door that closes is an enemy. But you will feel, in your belly, which thresholds were carved with your name in the lintel. I am teaching you to read the engraving. You will not perform for access, you will align for access. You will not audition for love, you will inhabit love. You will not gamble for joy, You will cultivate joy the way the diligent tend a garden that is already theirs. Your heart has been a careful accountant for other people's comfort, always calculating who might frown if you rose. I am retiring you from that position. You do not owe your dimming to anyone's insecurity. I will fund your shine with my own light. I am also addressing time, because time has tried to educate you into despair. Deadlines stood over you like stern instructors with chalk-stained hands, tapping their watches while your soul flinched. But I am the Lord of the calendar and the Lord of the harvest. I am redeeming the hours you thought were lost to confusion, and I am redeeming the days you thought were corrupted by delay. The balance I am adding to your story will not be stolen by nostalgia or fear. You will see the arithmetic of heaven correct what the arithmetic of anxiety miscalculated. Multiplication without scramble. Addition without panic. Interest that accrues in the quiet, compounding in rooms where you did not hustle, growing while you rested, because resting in me is not idleness, it is partnership with a rhythm older than worry. There is a reason you feel the air change before the page turns. Your spirit is learning to hear deposits arrive. You will sense it in small certainties, in the way the right sentence finds your mouth, in the way the right face finds your day at precisely the right moment, and in the way fatigue lifts when it should have deepened. This is not coincidence, it is clearance. I am stamping documents you cannot see with approvals that will find you in visible ways. I am settling old matters with a firmness that makes revisiting them unnecessary. I am placing distinctive markers in your path, provisions that cannot be mistaken as random, so that you will have memorials for the mornings when memory is thin. You will not be living from miracle to miracle as if famine were your default. You will be living from presence to presence, and presence will keep your table full.